You know that dream, right? The one where you take your passion, your art, your writing, whatever it is you love, and turn it into your full-time job? It's a really powerful idea, and it usually comes with a very familiar piece of advice.
We've all heard it. It's this incredible promise that if you just follow your heart, financial success is practically a guarantee. But is that how it really works? Today, we're going to pull that idea apart and really unpack what truly motivates us to create. So let's get into it. And this, right here, just nails that core conflict, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the chase for external rewards, that dangling dollar bill. And on the other, you've got that internal satisfaction, just hugging what you love to do. The big question is, which path is actually going to last in a creative life? Okay, so let's just jump in and tackle that money myth head on. Because the reality of turning your passion into a profession, well, it can be pretty sobering. This number pretty much says it all, 1%. That's the nationwide acceptance rate for new authors trying to get a traditional book deal. Just 1%. And believe it or not, in the creative world, those are actually considered good odds. Look, the bottom line is this. The road to commercial success is just incredibly competitive. So if you're only in it for the money or the fame, the odds are you're going to burn out way before you ever see a payoff. That love for the work itself, well, that has to be what keeps you going. And that's the thing, that love, that passion, it often demands some serious sacrifice. Let's look at a few real-world stories of what it really takes to keep going when those external rewards are absolutely nowhere in sight. I mean, take Cormac McCarthy. Today, he's seen as this giant of American literature. But for a long, long time, he really struggled. He flat out refused to get a, regular job because he knew it would steal time from his writing. It got so bad that at one point his toothbrush broke and he literally did not have a single penny to his name to buy a new one. I mean, that was it. He was at his breaking point, thinking maybe this was the universe telling him to finally give up on his dream. But then, and you can't make this up, something almost unbelievable happened. A free sample toothbrush showed up in the mail that very same day. For McCarthy, that tiny, random thing was the sign he needed. It wasn't about a big contract. It was about a toothbrush. That's what kept him going. You see? A story like McCarthy's just proves it. To get through the really tough times, you need a powerful why. And that brings us to the real reason we create. It's about finding a motivation that goes so much deeper than a paycheck. And this quote, I just love it. It's from novelist Jennifer High. And it completely reframes that whole idea of sacrifice. Think about it. Any path you choose in life is going to have its own challenges, its own what-ifs. So why not choose the path that lines up with what you actually truly want to do? And what this all really boils down to is a key idea in psychology, the difference between what we call intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. It's actually pretty simple when you break it down. Extrinsic motivation, that's external. It comes from the outside. Things like money, fame, hitting a deadline. But intrinsic motivation, that comes from within. It's the pure joy you get from doing the thing, that sense of pride, that feeling of accomplishment. And here's the really important part. Experts have found that for creative work, intrinsic motivation isn't just a nice little bonus. It is way more effective and way more lasting. In fact, focusing too much on those external rewards can actually crank up the pressure and totally stifle your creativity. Okay, but what if you're thinking, I need a stable job? I can't just live on passion. Well, the great news is it's not an all or nothing game. A successful creative life doesn't have to mean you're a full-time starving artist. I mean, just look at the amazing benefits of creating just for the heck of it. Having a creative hobby with zero expectation of getting paid has real, scientifically backed rewards. It's been shown to keep your mind sharp, it can actually delay aging, it gives your life a deep sense of purpose, and it can even boost your overall health and happiness. These are huge rewards that have absolutely nothing to do with money or fame. And get this, sometimes your day job can actually be the thing that sparks your passion. Take John Grisham. He was a lawyer working 60, 70 hours a week. He never, ever dreamed of being a writer until his work in the legal world led him to witness this incredibly powerful trial. His career and his creativity actually fed each other. Or how about Richard Blanco? He took his parents' advice and became a civil engineer to have a stable life. But on the side, he kept writing poetry, just for himself because he enjoyed it. And that private passion, that hobby, eventually led him to become the 5th presidential inaugural poet in U.S. history. Just amazing.
So when you put it all together, the myths, the sacrifices, the totally unexpected paths, it all really comes down to one simple question for each of us.
This really says it all, doesn't it? Fame fades, money comes and goes, but the one reward that no one can ever take away from you is that personal satisfaction of making something that is uniquely yours. That's a reward you can guarantee for yourself every single time you sit down to create.
So I'm going to leave you with that question. Forget about what you think you should be chasing. Look inside and ask yourself, honestly, what truly drives you to create? What's your why?